Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Mind Map. Today's topic of discussion is weathering, the Earth's constant transformation process. First of all, we will understand about the weathering, types of weathering, environmental factors influencing weathering, mechanisms of weathering, and lastly, impact of weathering. First of all, moving on to understanding weathering. Weathering is a process of breaking down rocks, minerals, and other geological materials into smaller particles through various physical, chemical, and biological mechanisms. It occurs in response to natural forces and environmental factors. It operates everywhere on Earth's surface, from deserts to rainforests, shaping the landforms we see today. Now let's discuss about types of weathering. Weathering can be categorized into two primary types: mechanical, that is physical weathering, and chemical weathering. First is mechanical weathering. Mechanical weathering, also known as physical weathering, involves the physical breakdown of rocks and minerals without altering their chemical composition. Several mechanisms contribute to mechanical weathering. First is frost action. This occurs when water infiltrates cracks in rocks, freezes, and expands, exerting immense pressure on the surrounding rock, causing it to crack and fragment. Second is thermal expansion and contraction. Daily temperature fluctuations can cause rocks to expand when heated and contract when cooled. This repetitive expansion and contraction can lead to cracking and the eventual disintegration of rocks. Third is exfoliation. In this process, rocks peel away in layers due to pressure release as overlying materials erode, exposing underlying rocks to atmospheric pressure. Next is biological weathering. Biological weathering involves living or once living organisms contributing to weathering. It can be part of both mechanical and chemical weathering. First is plant-induced mechanical weathering. Plant roots can grow in rock cracks, expanding them and eventually breaking the rock into pieces. Even small plants like mosses can widen tiny cracks as they grow. Second is animal-induced mechanical weathering. Animals that tunnel underground or dig and trample rock surfaces can cause rocks to crumble over time. Decomposing organisms. Decaying remains of plants and fungi can form carbonic acid, which weakens and dissolves rocks. Bacterial weathering. Certain bacteria can weather rocks to access essential nutrients like magnesium or potassium. Chemical weathering. Chemical weathering involves the alteration of the chemical composition of rocks and minerals. Various chemical reactions contribute to this process. First is hydration. Rocks absorb water molecules, leading to swelling and eventual disintegration. Oxidation. Oxygen reacts with certain minerals in rocks, particularly iron-bearing minerals, causing them to rust and break down. Carbonation. Carbon dioxide from the atmosphere dissolves in water, forming carbonic acid. This weak acid can dissolve minerals like limestone and marble. Hydrolysis. Water reacts with minerals, causing them to undergo chemical changes. For example, feldspar can transform into clay minerals through hydrolysis. Now moving on to environmental factors influencing weathering. First is climate weathering. It is more pronounced in regions with high temperatures, high humidity, and abundant rainfall. Tropical climates, for instance, experience rapid chemical weathering due to the availability of moisture and warm temperatures. Rock type. The composition and mineral content of rocks determine their susceptibility to weathering. Sedimentary rocks like sandstone are often more resistant to weathering than limestone, which is prone to dissolution. Vegetation. The vegetation can influence weathering. Plants can contribute to mechanical weathering through their root systems and release organic acids that aid in chemical weathering. Topography. Steep slopes and rapid drainage can lead to increased weathering rates as rocks are more exposed to physical and chemical forces. Human activity. Activities such as mining, deforestation, and construction can accelerate weathering process by exposing rocks and minerals to environmental conditions. Mechanisms of weathering. Weathering processes occur due to the influence of several factors and mechanisms. First is physical and mechanical forces. Gravity. Gravity plays a significant role in physical weathering by causing rocks and debris to fall and tumble down slopes, leading to fragmentation. Abrasion. The rubbing and grinding of rocks against one another during erosion can break them into smaller pieces. Second is chemical reactions. Acids present in rainwater and groundwater can react with minerals, dissolving them and breaking them down. Biological activity. The activities of organisms such as lichens and bacteria can release organic acids that contribute to chemical weathering. Temperature fluctuations. Freeze-thaw cycles. Repeated freezing and thawing can cause rocks to expand and contract, leading to cracks and disintegration. Thermal stress. Rapid temperature changes can cause rocks to fracture as different minerals expand and contract at varying rates. Now lastly, let's discuss about impact of weathering. Landscape formation. Weathering is a primary factor in the formation of landscapes, including valleys, canyons, and coastlines, shaping the Earth's surface over geological time. Soil formation. Weathering contributes to the formation of fertile soils as rocks break down into smaller particles, releasing essential nutrients for plant growth. Mineral resources. Weathering exposes valuable mineral resources that are essential for various industries, including construction, agriculture, and manufacturing. Erosion control. Understanding weathering processes is crucial for managing erosion, a natural consequence of weathering that can have detrimental effects on landscapes and infrastructure. Environmental impact. Chemical weathering can influence the composition of water bodies, affecting water quality and ecosystems. It can also release elements like iron and aluminium into the environment. Now it's time for the practice question. First of all, prelims based question. With reference to chemical weathering, which of the following is true? 1. It is rapid. 2. Only rocks exposed to water experience chemical weathering. 3. Thick soil cover enhances chemical weathering. Select the correct answer from the following codes. Only 3, only 1 and 2, only 2 and 3, or 1, 2 and 3. You can send the answer of this question in the comment section. And now mains question. Explain the significance of temperature fluctuations in both mechanical and chemical weathering processes. How do temperature changes contribute to the complexity of weathering? So that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.